All right, BJMA family. So we are doing flexibility this month. This video should be releasing on a Thursday, hopefully. This first Thursday in the month of September, and I'm super excited about it because we are working on flexibility this month, and it's something I've been working on kind of all year. I've really wanted to get to the splits. I'm not sure that my body will actually do it. I've been working on it for kind of a long time, but I'm gonna keep working on it. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna encourage you guys by giving you a little bit of a challenge, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. Every weekday for the month of September, I want you to do these exercises with me, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna do each of these stretches for 30 seconds, all right? That's all you have to do, 30 seconds. We're gonna do 6 different stretches. Now, that's a little bit more than that because you have to do them on each side for different ones. So it turns out to be like 8 or 10 stretches. But essentially 6 different stretches, and we're gonna do them all through the month of September. So if you're doing this with me, I definitely want you to comment like I'm in, or I'm with you, or let's do it, or something like that, so that I know you're in, and then we can do it together. And I'm super excited about that. So let me show you the stretches. We're gonna start out with something called the lunge stretch, okay? This is designed to stretch out the groin and the hips a little bit. So basically you just start in a kneeling position here. You take one foot and put it up. Now I've got my, kind of the top of my foot on the floor back here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna scoot that back a little bit, and now I'm going to put my hands on my knees here, and then I'm just gonna squish downward, okay? I'm trying to drive my hips down to the floor. All right, so this motion here, and we'll do that for 30 seconds, all right? So once you've done that for 30 seconds, then you're simply going to rock back in the other direction, pick your toes up off the floor here, and then you're gonna lean down. I like to put my hands on either side, on the floor on either side of my knees. Some people can't do that, that's okay. Everybody starts their journey at their own step, right? So where we're gonna be is this position right here. We're trying to stretch out the hamstring here, and you're just gonna lean down into this stretch, kind of relax the foot, let your toes come up off the floor. Again, hold that for 30 seconds. And of course it gets really simple. We just switch sides and then boom, look, we're in position for our lunge stretch on the other side. Some people have trouble balancing in this position. If you're having trouble with that, don't hesitate. Reach over and grab something. That's okay. Let yourself sink into the stretch. Worry about the stretch, not about balancing, okay? We're not working on balance drills today. Although this will also help you with that. Go figure. So those are your first 2 stretches. So do those on each side, and then you'll move on to the next one you're going to do is called the pigeon, okay? The pigeon works like this. I like to start it, I found that this was really helpful for me. I started in kind of a push-up position here, and then I simply pull one foot up underneath me, set my knee down in between my hands, and then I kind of lay my foot to the side and sink my other toes back. I'm going to run into the bag back here, I have to scoot up a little bit. So here, what I'm trying to do is keep my hips forward. In fact, let me turn so that you can see. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep my hips forward, try to keep my back foot straight out behind me if I can, okay? I'm trying to stretch the outer side of this hip here, and then if you get here, and this is really easy, then what you can do is you can lean forward and try to put your chest onto your front leg. That should really give you a great stretch for your hip. So this position right here is about where I need to be to get a good stretch, and I just hold this position and relax for 30 seconds. Tick-tock, 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 right? Then I do it with the other leg. I just come back up. And when I do this, I don't try to push up with my leg to push myself up because I don't want to tighten those muscles back together. So now I'm going to push up with my hands. Then I pull that leg back underneath me, put the other one in here, and boom, I'm in position for the other side. Same thing, I kneel down here and relax. And again, make sure that you're trying to keep your hips turned this way. You don't want to turn your hips this way because then that takes all the pressure off of that outside ligament there that you're trying to stretch, or that outside muscle. I'm not sure if it's a ligament or a muscle. Maybe somebody can tell me. If you know, let me know in the comments. Maybe there's a doctor in the house, right? Okay, so those are your first 3 stretches that you're going to do. The next one you're going to do is called the frog, okay? It's called the frog because you're going to sit in a frog position. So when frogs sit, they kind of splay their legs out, right? So we're going to splay our legs out. We're going to start in a kneeling position here. We're going to put our hands down in front of us. Then we're just going to kind of walk our feet out to the side, turning our toes outward, like so. And then we walk our knees apart. This one always really stresses me out because I feel like I ought to be able to go a lot further here, but for some reason I'm not. So it's something I'm definitely working on. What you want to do is you want to make sure you keep good hip alignment here. You don't want, let me turn sideways so I can show you, you don't want your hips to walk out in front here, because then you're using these muscles in the front of your hips to allow you to flex, right? What you're trying to get is you're trying to get this groin to loosen up, and also these outer ligaments that attach the hip muscle to allow it to roll back in, the muscles surrounding the hips, I should say, not the hip muscle, because there's a lot of them. So you're going to hold this position, again, for 30 seconds. Not hard. Okay, now, I like to come out of that one by leaning forward to take that pressure off and then walking my knees back together. Okay, the next one we're going to do is the front split, okay? So you're going to do front split on each side. So you put one leg out in front of you. If you're on kind of a sticky floor like I am here, I find it easier to walk my back leg out than try to push my front leg out. I tend to support my hands here. If you can't get down very low, that's okay. I used to find like a chair or a couch or something that I could be beside to kind of support myself so that I could relax into the stretch a little bit. Remember that if you're not relaxing into the stretch, it's going to be difficult to get good flexibility, okay? So once I'm here, I'm just going to sit here for 30 seconds. Then, when I want to come out of it, I kind of rock my body forward, boom, to this position. Allows me to pull that other leg back in. And then I switch, and I do the other side. Here we go. And again, for 30 seconds. Watch that time. Done, okay? Then, the very last stretch we're going to do, number 6, is the side splits. Okay, this is the one that I'm really struggling with the most. My front splits have gotten a lot better over the years, but my side splits are just not good, and I'm not sure why, but hopefully the techniques that I'm going to be using this month will improve that. So I'm just going to have my hands flat on the floor and set my feet out kind of in a comfortable position, and then I'm just going to walk them out until they feel some tension, and then I'm just going to leave them there, and then maybe as I feel it relax a little bit, I can go out a little bit further. One of the mistakes that I've made in the past was tightening up my quads because I felt like I needed to support my knees. I'm not sure if that's necessary or not, but I found it to be a little bit more functional to try to relax my quads, which is the muscle in the front of your leg here, so that I can get a better stretch. Anyway, so you're going to push out here as far as you can, and then just hold that for 30 seconds. Best way for me to get out of this is just to walk myself forward until I'm laying on the floor. Hi, guys. And then walk my feet back together. All right, so there are your stretches, the 6 stretches that we're going to be doing for the month of September. I encourage you to do those at least 5 days a week. I'm going to be trying for 6 days a week, and I'm going to be doing something called PNF stretching at least a couple of those days a week so that I can get some really great progress on my splits so that I can get higher kicks because it's fun and sparring to be able to kick people in the head. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hope it works well for you. Let me know if you have any questions or answers. If you see anything that I'm doing that could really be improved, please feel free to comment on that. Again, make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe if you're on the YouTube channel. All right, guys, we'll see you around. Welcome to VJMA.